topic is tax deducted at source, presented by Akshata, MCom Final, MPM Government, First Grade College, Karkala. Meaning, tax deduction at source in India is means of collecting tax on income, dividends, or asset sales by the requiring the payer to deduction tax due before paying the balance to the payee. Under Indian Income Tax Act of 1961, income tax must be deducted at source as per the provisions of Income Tax Act 1961. Before paying to the payee, payer must deduct tax on income, dividends, or asset sales. Indian Income Tax Act 1961 states that Indian income must be deducted at source as per the provisions of the Income Tax Act 1961. Any payment covered under these provisions shall be paid after deducting a prescribed percentage of income tax. Payments which are comes under these provisions shall be paid after deducting prescribed percentage of income tax. It is managed by the Central Board of Direct Tax and is a part of Development of Revenue managed by Indian Revenue Service. It has a great importance while conducting tax audits. Assessee is also required to file quarterly return to Central Board for Direct Tax. Return states the TDS deducted and paid to government during the quarter to which it relates. Tax deducted source is managed by Central Board for Direct Taxes and also it is a part of the development of revenue. Also it has a major role while conducting tax audits. Assessee is required to file quarterly return to Central Board for Direct Tax. Return states that TDS is conducted and paid to government. Let us see the objectives of income tax deducted at source. First one, to enable the salaried people to pay the tax as they earn every month. This helps the salaried persons in paying the tax in easy installments and avoids the burden of lump sum payment. This helps the salaried persons is paying the tax and avoids burden of a paying tax for a year. They pay for to every month. Next one, to collect the tax at the time of payment of income to various assessees such as contractors, professionals, etc. Time of payment of income, they can collect tax which is professional, helpful to the contractors, professionals, etc. Government requires funds throughout the year, hence advance tax and tax deducted at source helps the government to get funds throughout the year and run the government well. Government run by getting funds from advance tax and TDS. TDS on immovable property. First one, Section 194 IA of Income Tax Act 1961. Under this section, first one, this provision is applicable in respect of transactions effected on or after June 1st, 2013. This provision is applicable to the transactions which is effected on or after June 1st, 2013. It seeks deduction of tax at source on transfer of certain immovable property other than agricultural land to a resident transferor. It is applicable to transferor of certain immovable property after than agricultural land to a resident transferor. Next one, any person being a transferee who is liable to pay a tax resident by way of consideration for transferor of any immovable property exceeding rupees 50 lakh shall at the time of credit of such sum to the account of the transferor or at the time of payment in whatever manner has to deduct at source at 1% only. Transferee who is liable to pay tax at source at 1% to the immovable property exceeding 50 lakh at the time of credit of such amount to the account of the transferor. This TDS on property is required to be deposited in 30 days from the end of the month in which deduction is made for all payments to be made on after 1st June 2016. TDS on property is required to be deposited in 30 days from the end of the month. Deduction is made for all payments to be made and after 1st June 2016. Second one, Section 194 IB of Income Tax Act 1961. Under that first one, this provision is applicable in respect of transactions effected on or after June 1st, 2017. This provision is applicable in respect of transaction effected on or after June 1st, 2017. Next, it seeks deduction of tax at source on payment of rent exceeding Rs 50,000 in a month by an individual or HUF to a resident landlord. TDS deduction on payment of rent exceeding Rs 50,000 is a month by an individual or HUF to a resident landlord. Next, TDS shall be deducted at 5% at the time of credit of rent for the last month of the previous year or the last month of tenancy if the property is vacated during the year, as the case may be. TDS shall be deducted at 5% when the rent is credited to the tenancy for the last month of the previous year or in case of property is vacated than last month of the year. Third one, Section 194C of Income Tax Act 1961. Under that first one, tax need to be deducted 1% for individual or HUF and 2% for others of payment where payment is made for carrying out any work by a contractor or subcontractor. Any work carried out by a contractor or subcontractor for then individuals and HUF is 1% and for others is 2% need to be deducted. Next, such work must be in pursuance of contract between the contractor and payer. Work must be contract between contractor and payer. Every affordable housing scheme get extended for one more year till 31st March 2022. Housing scheme gets extended for one more year till 31st March 2022 if it is affordable. TDS is to be made at the time of credit to the account of contractor or at the time of payment in cash or by check or draft or by any other mode, whichever is earlier. TDS will be deducted at the time of payment. It may be cash, check, draft or other made whichever is earlier. No TDS shall be deducted if the single time payment to the contractor does not exceed Rs 30,000 or Rs 1 lakh in aggregate during the year. TDS shall not be deducted is if the payer makes single payment to the contractor which does not exceed Rs 35,000 or for year Rs 1 lakh. Last one, TDS can be deducted when the date of actual payment of cash or the date of crediting the sum to the payee's account or the date of issue of check, draft or by the any other mode whichever is earlier. TDS will be deducted when the actual payment is accrued. If may be on the date of cash payment, issue of check, crediting sum to the payee's account, whichever is earlier. Thank you.